everyone, I'm Laura from HR. This is a quick start video for line managers that will cover the top 5 common HR system tasks. If you haven't yet watched the employee quick start video, do that first and then come back to this one later. So let's start with holiday. When an employee submits a holiday request, you'll get an email and also a notification directly on the system. And those notifications will be here in your bell icon. So you'll get a time off requested notification. It tells you the name of the employee and the date that the employee has requested the leave. In your to-do tab, you'll also see the request for holiday. The name of the employee is up here. You get the from and the to date, and you get the duration. So directly from your to-do, you can modify the request. So let's say the employee has made a mistake or changed their mind. You can just go ahead and click on modify, and that will allow you to change the from and the to or the duration, and you can directly modify and then approve from there. You can also view this employee's accrual balances. So this is telling me that this employee has taken 3 days of their annual leave. They've got 7 days left, of which they've requested 1. If you want to, you can just go ahead and reject or approve directly from your to-do, but you also might want to look at when your team is off before you decide what you're doing. So if we go back to our dashboard by clicking on the UCC icon, you've got some quick links over here on the left-hand side. Scroll down to the bottom and you've got time off calendar by month. Change the month by clicking on the filter up here. We want December. Make sure you tick pending approval just here and then click apply. And then what we'll be able to see is that pending request from our test employee. So it doesn't look like anyone else is off in my team. What you can do is go ahead and approve directly from the calendar by clicking on the pending task and then choosing approve or reject. Next one to show you is how to add a toil day or a sickness or any other type of absence that you need to log against the employee. So for all absence logging, you need to be in the employee's timesheet. So from your home page, hover over My Employees and go to Employee Current Timesheet. You want to find the correct employee, so we're working with test employee just here, and then click the pencil. Okay, so let's go ahead and find the right day. So let's say, for example, we needed to add a toil day for Sunday, the 24th of November. So for some reason, our employee worked on a non-working day and we need to add time off in lieu. If you just click on the grey row, it will activate it for you. Ignore the from and the to. We don't calculate absence in hours at UCC, so just ignore it completely. It will default to the right date for you. All you need to do is fill in 2 boxes. The first one is to choose the reason. There's some quick links here. You can also click browse and get the full list of absence reasons. And then you just need to do one other box, which is whether it was a full day, a half day, the first half, the second half, etc., etc. So that's how you would add a toil. You can also add a note. So for example, whatever the reason was for the toil, normally bank holidays, you can go ahead and click and add that note. Okay, so let's just run through a sickness example for you. If you need to delete, by the way, just come over here and click on the little garbage can and that will take that off for you. So sickness example, we'll come down to the day we're on. You can see the little blue highlight that's saying to me this is today's date. Again, click on the grey row to activate, ignore the from to. This time we want sick and a full day. You must add a note, it's mandatory. The note is the reason for the absence. Just be aware that on UKG, employees can see all notes that have been added by their line manager on the timesheet. Okay, come up here and click save. And it's always just good practice to scroll back down and check that that is appearing on the timesheet. The timesheet is what drives our payroll and absence management reporting. If you need to add a sick note or view a sick note that employees have uploaded themselves, that will be in the paperclip icon just up here at the top. We go ahead and click on it. I can see a sick note that's been uploaded by this particular employee. You can download it. You can also upload another sick note yourself by clicking on the choose icon just here. Please don't email sick notes to HR. They must be uploaded through the paperclip icon. To add multiple days, you just literally do the same. So let's say this employee was now off again tomorrow and on Thursday. Just these 2 boxes for each day. If you do have an employee that's off for a significant amount of time, so for example, maybe someone has broken a leg, HR can log a long absence for you. You haven't got to click on each day. We can also do that on the back system if you let us know. Last task when you're absence logging is to allocate the return to work interview. So if we come back to the main menu up here on the left, make sure that you're on team and not my info. You want to be on team. Go down to HR and then you want HR actions. So it will default to the open, but what you want to do is be on the available tab. So from here, you can also request a shift pattern change and an out of cycle ad hoc salary request. But the 2 that we're talking about are the return to works. So if you're from Dartford, if you're a Dartford line manager, you need the Dartford return to work, just come over here and click start. If it's non-Dartford or a different role, you need this one. Just come over here and click start. I'll show you what that looks like in a bit. If I just quickly show you one employee, it will bring up the return to work interview straight away, but you don't have to do it straight away. You can just navigate away from this page and carry on with what you were doing. Okay, 3rd quick start item is viewing an employee's personal information and also approving personal information change requests. So back on your dashboard, you want to be in the My Employees icon, go to Employee Information, and then you want to choose the employee that you want to view. So we want to have a look at test employee, and then just click on the Employee Information shortcut just here. So this will open the main bulk of the information we have. On the main tab, you've got personal information, any pending change requests, dates, managers, and there's also quite a handy 2-factor authentication widget here. So if someone has downloaded the Authenticator app and is struggling, you can just clear it all completely for them and allow them to set it up again. You've also got documents and checklists. Anything to do with performance, this is where you can see prior performance reviews, any incidences, so these are warnings, probation extensions, and a training certification record as well, along with goals. Job salary and benefits will give you the salary, basic pay information, the holiday and service milestone accruals, as well as banding, benefit plans, and job change history. Emergency contacts and demographics are really just the emergency contact that somebody has logged for us, and then the demographics such as gender, ethnic origin, and these types of things. Okay, so if an employee changes their details, for example, they've moved address, you will get an email and also a notification. So if we come back here into the bell icon, what we can see is, just need to remove the filter so I can show you. We've got an address change request just here. It's telling you to go to your to-do items, and then in your to-do items, you will have a approve, reject HR action request, and you can see at the top here what this is regarding, address change details. From here, from your to-do, click on review changes. This will tell you the current position. This will tell you the new position. You can reject and approve from here if you want to, or you can reject and approve from here. If you are rejecting, I would suggest you add a note to let the employee know why. Okay, the fifth quick task is how to complete that return to work that we allocated earlier. So someone had an absence, we logged the absence on the timesheet, and then we allocated the return to work at the same time. So to find those return to works, come back into Team, HR Actions. This time you do want the Open tab. Just filter by the employee we were looking at. So the one that I used in this example was this employee. And you can see this was the Dartford return to work that we allocated as an example. And this was the non-Dartford return to work. So once you're ready to complete the return to work, come over here in the Actions column and click on Edit. This will bring up the return to work form. For Dartford, it's exactly the same form you're used to using, but it's now on the system. Hopefully that saves you some emailing, scanning, saving, admin. Fill it in, and then when you're ready, just click Submit. And then for non-Dartford, this is just a set of very simple questions. I think there's 10, just to take you through some of the checkpoints that we need to check when an employee returns to work after an absence. Your final quick start task is how do you reset an employee's password? So from your dashboard, hover over the My Employees icon. You've then got two options, reset or unlock. Both of them look very similar. Click on Employee Reset, choose your employee. And then once you click Reset Password, it will reset that employee's password, send them an email to ask them to reset their side. So they are the top 5 quick start tasks. As line managers, you'll need a greater understanding of the system than I've given you in this little video. So please go to the bite-sized videos we've created just for line managers in this channel. Hope that's been helpful. Thanks everyone.